everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and if you're new here, karibu sana. And if this is the first time for you landing on this channel, please consider hitting the subscribe button and turning on the notification bell so that anytime I upload a new video, you'll be among the first people to get notified. And for my returning subscribers, I'm so glad that you came back. Today I'll be sharing with you where I get my groceries at affordable price, and also be sharing with you a cooking recipe, so stay tuned and watch till the last end. For my groceries, I always shop them from Kangemi, and it's located along Wayakiwe, and it's an open air market. In that market, you can find very fresh vegetables and all kind of groceries, and the same time at affordable price. Some of items that I bought from my groceries, I bought these raw maize, and they're so soft, and they were going for 3 of them at 30 bob, so each of them was going for 10 bob. I also bought these cabbage. As you can see, it's fresh, and at the same time it's so big, and it's going for 30 bob also. That's why you need to go and shop from there. For people living along Wayakiwe and you can't make it to commute to Markiti, Kangemi is really a nice deal for you. The other item that I got from the market, I got these fresh passions, and they were going for 3 of them at 20 bob. Next, I bought this broccoli. As you can see, it's very fresh, and I bought it at 50 bob. Next, I bought these 2 apples, and each of them was going for 20 bob. I also bought the red and yellow capsicum, and each of them was going for 30 bob. But if you buy them in a kg, the cheaper the price it is for you. I also bought this tangerine, and they were going for the 4 of them at 20 bob. The other thing that I handled for my groceries are these oranges, and they were selling 1 orange for 20 bob, so I bought several of them since the price was a bit affordable. Unlike the place where I live, 1 orange goes for 30 bob. So that way I tell you that you need to go and try shopping your groceries from Kangemi. The other thing that I bought are these fresh mangoes, and they were selling 1 mango for 20 bob, so I also bought several of them. Next, I bought this pineapple, and I bought it for 80 bob. I also handed some garlic, and they were selling each piece for 20 bob. I also bought some ginger, and for the big pieces they were selling for 20 bob, but you can also find some small pieces for lower amount as low as 5 bob. For turmeric, the price was a bit costly. This piece was going for 20 bob. So if you know a place where I can get raw turmeric at affordable price, let me know in the comment section. For onions, I was buying 4 of them for 20 bob, for I bought several of them that can last me for a full month. When shopping for onions that will last you for a longer period, ensure that you go for the round shaped onions, for they last for a longer period, and like the oval shaped ones, they last for a very short period before they start growing. For mint leaves, I didn't stock much. I bought only 1 bunch, and I bought them for 20 bob. For bananas, they were going for 4 pieces of them for 20 bob. That way I tell that you need to go and buy your groceries from there. The last thing that I bought from my groceries are these tomatoes, and they were selling 5 pieces of them for 20 bob, and they are so big and so fresh. If you need to go and try shopping your groceries from Kangemi, ensure that you go during morning hours. The reason as to why I emphasize that you have to shop during morning hours is because for you to get fresh and variety of items, you have to go there very early in the morning. And like when you go in during the evening hours, people will have selected a lot of the items, so go during morning hours. Next, we go straight into the kitchen to prepare a simple recipe, and today's recipe will be fish stew, and for vegetables we'll be making some broccoli. For fish, we are going to start by adding some cooking oil in a sufuria and let it heat up fast. Next, we'll add in some spring onions. For the spring onions, we need them to be a little bit soft, then we add in our tomatoes. So we are not going to fry them until they turn golden brown. Once our onions soften a bit, we're going to add in our tomatoes, and for this recipe we'll be using some grated tomatoes. Once you hand in your grated tomatoes, give it a nice stir and cover it up to first come into a boil. When your tomatoes are well cooked, it's time to add in your other spices, and for this recipe I'll only be using some black pepper, half a teaspoon, and some crushed garlic. Next, we will be adding some 2 cups of water, a pinch of salt, and cover it up and allow it to boil before adding in our fish. If so far you're enjoying this video, please don't forget to give this video a like and leave a sweet comment down below, for it really helps the growth of this channel. And if you're not joined the family by hitting the subscribe button, kindly do so by hitting the subscribe button and turning on the notification bell so that anytime I upload a new video, you'll be among the first people to get notified. Once it comes into a boil and all spices are well cooked, it's time now to add our fish into the stew. For vegetables, I'm going to be using broccoli for today, and there are many recipes and different ways to prepare your broccoli. Some love it roasted, others love it branched, but watch out for my recipe how I prepare my broccoli. In this video, I'll be showing you how I prepare my broccoli from scratch, and first I start by chopping the stalk out, then next I start picking the flowers one by one. Once I'm done picking the flowers, I start checking in between each and every flower to ensure that they don't have any foreign materials in between them. To check my broccoli to ensure that there are no foreign materials inside, this is how I do it. I ensure that I check every part thoroughly before I start partitioning them, since some are a bit bigger, for them to cook evenly. Next, we will be preparing the ingredient that we'll be using for our broccoli, and for this recipe today I'll be using some red capsicum and yellow capsicum, and for capsicum ensure that I remove the white part at the middle and also ensure that I remove all the seeds. Then I slice them. To prepare my broccoli, I always ensure that I have hot boiling water, and I always add some salt in it to ensure that my broccoli do not discolor, instead they maintain their color. Next, I'll be washing my broccoli, and to wash my broccoli, I always ensure that I wash them with clean water and a tablespoon of vinegar. When washing my broccoli, I ensure that I counter check my broccoli flowers once more to ensure that they don't have any foreign materials in between them. Kindly, to avoid overcooking your broccoli, ensure that your water is boiling. And once your water comes into a boil, you can start dipping in your broccoli. And as you can see, when you dip in your broccoli into hot salty water, and as you can see, when you dip them in hot water, they retain color and their color becomes more greener. That's the purpose of the salt. It helps to maintain the color of the broccoli. Always remember this, since the water is hot and it was already boiling, we are going to cover it up and let our broccoli to simmer for only 3 minutes. Then we are going to go ahead and decant the water. And when doing this, kindly ensure that you are so careful that you won't burn your hand. Once you're done decanting the hot water, we are going to stop the process of cooking by adding in some cold water, or if you have some ice cubes, you can pour them into your broccoli. They still serve the same process. Lastly, we are at our last step, that is frying our broccoli. And to do that, I always ensure that I pour in some cooking oil, let it heat up first, then I add in my onions. And for onions, I only want them to soften a little bit, then I'm going to go ahead and add in my capsicum. Kindly, if so far you're enjoying this video, please consider giving it a like and leave a sweet comment down below. I really enjoy my broccoli when everything is a bit crunchy. So for the capsicum, I'm not going to cook them. I'm only going to branch them for them to soften a little bit. Then I'm going to add in my broccoli. And once I add in my broccoli, I'm going to let it heat up to gain a bit of heat for a bit. 1 minute, then it's ready to serve. Thank you for watching to this far. I really appreciate your effort for always coming back to watch my video every time I upload them. Kindly, if you have not joined the family by hitting that subscribe button, kindly do so by hitting that subscribe button and turning on the notification bell. Let me see you in my next video. Bye. Everything looks yummy and delicious. I'm going to serve it with some ugali and let me enjoy. Let me see you in my next video. Bye.